Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on here? What is going on here? There's a sell-on clause for Livramento. If Southampton sell him for 30 million, we could potentially get around 12 million, 40% sell-on clause. Where is this money coming from? Where is this money coming from? Boom! Newcastle seem to be interested in Livramento. Are we actually getting funded by the Saudis? It's something to really think about now.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. I didn't pay too much attention to this particular news when it materialized yesterday that Livramento, Newcastle are interested in Livramento. And I thought, okay, whoop-de-doo, it is what it is. Yes, ex-Chelsea Academy player, but I just didn't pay too much attention to it up until now. This is the latest, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea have a hefty sell-on clause on Livramento. If Southampton sell him for 30 million, they would keep 18. So we would keep the other 12, which means 40% sell-on clause. Now, first of all, what a genius move from Marina back then. Thank you so much. But you have to start thinking, what is going on here? I mean, look, quite possibly nothing, but it is quite funny. All the things that Gary Neville has been saying. I mean, could there be some truth behind it? Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Livramento is interested. The interested party is Newcastle. Newcastle have opened concrete talks to sign Tino Livramento. This is from yesterday's news. Discussions are ongoing to bring in the new right back, fee around 12 million as per I think, what's his name? Jay Percy, or his full name? John Percy. There you go. So look, 12 million. Probably not going to, but nonetheless, still you're going to get something out of it. Documents and contracts for Sandro Tonali deal being checked, signed. Announcement won't be today or tomorrow. So why Newcastle? Why are you going for Tino Livramento? It feels like a bit of an odd selection for me. I mean, Tino Livramento is coming off a massive injury, I believe Achilles as well, or is it ACL? One or the other. Might have been ACL. And you just wonder what level of player Tino Livramento is going to be. Of course, I mean, Newcastle United could look at this situation that his future of Newcastle on the right side, Kieran Trippier, is not going to be there forever playing for Newcastle. So there is that, but you'd think there are other options available in the market, right, on the right side. But Tino Livramento and Sandro Tonali obviously is someone that's been bought by Newcastle, Saudi-backed Newcastle. And, although the interest for Ruben Loftus-Cheek was always there, but straight after the Sandro Tonali situation, the Ruben Loftus-Cheek matter really escalated. And once again, where are Newcastle opening up all that money? Newcastle-backed Saudi group that are backing Newcastle. Some form of money is always coming from Saudi Arabia. So look, let me know what you guys think about this. I just found that quite interesting that are Saudis really out there in the shadows, in the background, trying to help us out wherever they can to balance our books. I was always joking around with the Sandro Tonali money going to AC Milan and then them buying Ruben Loftus-Cheek, potentially, Saudi money coming to us. But this one really got me going. I mean, Newcastle, out of all the right backs that you could think about, Tino Livramento, a particular right back that we have 40% sell-on clause on. I just find it funny. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know. Is Todd Bowley, is he a sneaky businessman? Let me know. You know what? Obviously, I'm categorically against all of these conspiracy theories. Like, yeah, I think Chelsea have their own entity, and I don't think Saudis are helping us. But in business, you don't rule out anything, man. These people, they are very smart, man. They don't become rich just by being very honest to each other. They know how to do sneaky businesses in the background. So let me know what you think about that. All right, next up, another conspiracy theory. I'm all about the conspiracy theory today. It's just interesting to think in a different angle. I've been closely monitoring the whole Declan Rice situation. Why is Manchester City so adamant to get Declan Rice? Are they in the market for a defensive midfielder? What happens if they don't get Declan Rice? Are they still going to be going after another defensive midfielder? Are they just looking at this and trying to scare Arsenal, basically, trying to push them to make that bid and get their man? Or there's a really, really good clip that's going around on Twitter where this particular lady who was speaking on Talk Sports was saying that maybe Arteta called up Pep and said, hey, Arsenal are not going to, jump to that 100 million mark immediately. They're incrementally progressing there. If you guys go ahead and put in like a 95 million bid, then Arsenal will do something. So apparently this is a common practice in football. So maybe Manchester City are not really keen on Declan Rice. They're just simply another sort of collaboration happening between Arteta and Pep to push the Arsenal hierarchies. This is the latest, ladies and gentlemen. West Ham rejected Manchester City's proposal for Declan Rice as they know Arsenal will also bid again for more than 90 million total package. Plan has been clear for days. More to follow as Arsenal third bid is expected soon, but Manchester City remain in the race. So look, I'm just a bit concerned because I feel vulnerable. I feel vulnerable about the Caicedo situation. I'm just thinking, is this a legitimate interest from Manchester City for a defensive midfielder who can be versatile in off the ball, on the ball movements and where their positions need to be, much like John Stones, with the ball he plays central midfield. We've seen it the season that just finished, and off the ball he tries to slot in on the right side at times, tries to slot in the middle. That's something maybe definitely both Declan Rice and also Caicedo we've seen in recent times for Brighton play on the right side as well as a right back. So definitely has that capacity to play and cover a large part of the football ground. So I'm just a bit concerned. Is this a legitimate interest on a defensive midfielder from Man City? And what happens if they actually don't get Declan Rice? Are they going to be in the market for Caicedo? I'm just worried. I feel vulnerable because I need the Caicedo deal done ASAP. And the fact that we don't have Europe and Arsenal do, Man United, they have European football as well. Man City does as well. So until Caicedo is completely in our bags, I will always feel a bit edgy. Even though Fabrizio Romano has been saying personal terms agreed, and the player seems to want to join Chelsea Football Club, but no negotiations have started with Brighton as yet. And that is the biggest important piece here, because it's not going to be easy to deal with Brighton, who seemingly have a massive interest on Levi Colwill as well. So watch this space. Once the whole Mount and all the other outgoings that we're dealing with finishes up, Caicedo will be a huge focus to bring him in. Now, Mateo Kovacic to Manchester City is official, ladies and gentlemen. This is his goodbye statement. And once again, Caicedo has liked the goodbye statement on Instagram. Now, is he liking it because he's an ex-Chelsea player, or is he liking it because he's going to Man City and maybe there could be a link with Caicedo to Man City? I don't know. There's a lot of little kind of mouse game going on. Caicedo needs to stop all of these shenanigans on social media. No, you don't need to go around liking everything, right? Obviously, he liked Kante's goodbye message as well. Mateo Kovacic goodbye statement. It's been an incredible pleasure to play for such a great club and win some of the biggest trophies in sport. Chelsea is a club I have loved every second of being at, but the time has come for me to move on. It's been a tough 12 months for everyone, and I think we can all agree it hasn't been the usual Chelsea standards, but I've enjoyed my time here in London. See you soon, Mateo. Look, he's being honest. And I've said it from the get-go when Thomas Tuchel got sacked. And some of you guys disagreed with me. Oh, Muse, you're reading into too much. Sometimes when you're involved, invested into football news so much, you start putting some pieces together. And Mateo Kovacic's one was clear as daylight that he lost interest in Chelsea Football Club as soon as Thomas Tuchel got sacked. And look, yeah, good luck to him. Good luck to him. He needed a new start. We needed a revamp. So uh, there's no there's no hatred or animosity in this. But at the same time, look, I'm not going to go out on the limb and say, oh, massively. I hope you absolutely shine in Manchester City. This, that. Look, you will shine. It's Manchester City. I don't think you need any extra sort of prayers for him to be successful there. He's going to win trophies. Next up, Thomas Tuchel is trying to muscle in on Manchester United's move for Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount. This is Jacob Steinberg, and Jacob Steinberg has been quite persistent with this news that Thomas Tuchel really, really wants Mason Mount. Now, I've always said, I think there needs to be a contingency plan. I can't see how Mount comes back to Chelsea Football Club after all of this. He has to go one way or another. If it's not Man United, we have to have a contingency plan. If we can get a move done to Bayern Munich, why not? Bayern Munich recently has put a bid for Harry Kane. Like, these guys, they're being serious, even though the bid for Harry Kane was a paltry 70 million euros. I think you need something around 100 million euros to get that done. But you never know, man. Mason Mount, if is there something going on there? Like, is Bayern Munich going to be able to get a player like Harry Kane and then also add Mason Mount? And something could be brewing over there. But look, I genuinely think the biggest shout for Mason Mount is Man United. The latest news on this from Fabrizio Romano is that both clubs will meet directly and sit down and try and get to a resolution within the next 24 to 48 hours. And I need Mason Mount moved on. I kind of afford taking the risk of him potentially going out on free at the end of next season. And what do we do? Where's the mindset going to be for this particular plan, knowing that there is no contract at Chelsea Football Club and there's only one season left? How's he going to play for Chelsea Football Club? So there's always going to be that doubt. Manchester United will not budge on their 55 million offer for Chelsea's Mason Mount. We'll see, man. We'll see. Direct conversations to come. Chelsea could attempt to sign AC Milan goalkeeper Mike Maignan this summer. Once again, Jacob Steinberg. Look, I fully believe we're going to get a goalkeeper. I cannot imagine how Mendy has been let go of, and we don't really have a serious goalkeeper at the moment. Look, as much as I know a lot of you guys like Kepa, I don't mind Kepa. I honestly think he's not at a Chelsea level. There are distinct flaws. A lot of people are saying this, which goalkeeper doesn't have flaws? I think the question is, which keeper has least amount of flaws? I think everyone has flaws, of course, but it's about who has the least amount. That is where the biggest interest is. And for me, Mike Maignan, he was my number one choice up until recently, where we heard that AC Milan will not entertain the selling of Mike Maignan. But maybe now they might be open to it. Sandro Tonali obviously left. Maignan could be the next one. I would love someone like Mike Maignan. But look, if we can do something with Andre Onana, that would be fantastic. I don't know how far into it is Man United. There's some discussions going on about David De Gea with a potential contract extension. We'll see what happens there. But I would feel quite concerned, if Kepa is the number one goalkeeper next season. This is something that I didn't want to bring up, but I thought might as well share. I don't like, spreading news from Ebola and, all these Portuguese outlets. Even Record Portugal recently has burnt us with Ugate's situation. Ebola now reporting that Chelsea are in talks to sign Diego Costa from FC Porto. By paying his release clause in 3 installments, the goalkeeper has 75 million euros clause, which will rise to 100 million on July 1st. George Mendes is working on the negotiations. I mean, look, I can't imagine how this happens before 1st July. And I can't imagine us triggering 100 million release clause, even though I do think Diego Costa is a very, very good goalkeeper, supreme shot stopper, and his ball distribution, very, very good. So, look, if anything, I think it's more likely that it's Andre Onana, and even Andre Onana doesn't look that likely. It seems like it's going to be Kepa for next season. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, UEFA is set to close a loophole on Wednesday, allowing clubs to spread the cost of big transfer fees over lengthy contracts. As we saw, our owners, Top Bowley and Iqbali, came in and exploited that loophole, buying players for long term and then, spreading the cost out, amortizing the cost out for that period of time as well, which obviously helps us out with financial fair play. No limit on the length of contract, but the cost of any transfer fee will have to be spread over the maximum of 5 years. So look, this is why I think we have seen the long contracts because of the fact we can amortize, but we are still continuing to see that with, Nicholas Jackson potentially going to be an 8-year contract. I think the longer contract just puts the club in a very good position in terms of securing the value of the player. So if the player ever wants to move down the track, we are destined to get a good value because of the length of contract term that we have. So, but in terms of amortization, that is done and dusted. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I love this. Sterling putting the work in. Big season coming up for him. Raheem Sterling already training hard. Preseason starts from next week, but this guy is trying to get his body ready for a huge preseason so that come the first game, which is against Liverpool, our first match, that he's up and running. This is the attitude that I want to see from our players this upcoming season. The partying is over. Last season was a party. Last season was depressing. This season, you need to click into gears. You have to be so serious. You have to get your body in the right shape, and you better perform. You better perform. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys have enjoyed everything we've talked about. Let me know about the Tino Livramento Saudi money floating around. What do you think about that? That's the most interesting stuff that's going around. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.